Super Bowl really is to go to the neighbor's house and.
So you wait a minute. So Ginny lets you watch it. You get to go to a party and everything.
Yeah. And she goes, but the ladies they chat so much about this. Mindless stuff. It's hard to watch the game.
Women talking about mindless stuff. Doug, you're going to get in trouble.
But what I'm saying is I can understand why domestic violence.
Wait a minute. Did you read your paper? Time out. Okay, all right. Wait a minute. Doug, time out.
You got to ID the show.
You got to ID the show, too. Okay. You were supposed to do that,
folks, I'm sorry. You're listening. I got all worked up about this. The Santa Cruz hometown station, M1220 KHTS. It's the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. It's the Gazette Digest radio version. Or is it Gazette Radio Digest version of the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classifieds?
I would like to go on the record saying, I'm John, I am not Doug, and the opinions held by Doug are Doug's opinions even when they're wrong.
But anyway, so you started to disagree
I was saying, didn't you read your article?
Oh, yeah, by,
You want to read it
Robin
now?
Sandoval.
Yeah, Robin Sandoval, yeah. Right.
And you know what? I think she's on the line.
Good, she can set you straight. Robin, help me, please.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Robin.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Everybody, this is Robin Sandoval. She's a weekly contributor to the Santa Clarita Gazette with just a great column every week. And what's the name of your company, Robin?
It's SCV Bail Bonds. We're right on the corner of Magic Mountain and Valencia here in Santa Clarita.
Is that a coincidence? You're near the jail?
Not a coincidence, no. Very purposeful.
Wow, done by design. So Doug's sitting there telling me that he thinks domestic violence is up during the Super Bowl, and I'm going, no, he didn't read his paper.
A lot of people think that, and it's kind of an urban myth. I mean, statistically, no, but you think you get a bunch of people together drinking a lot of beers and eating a lot of pretzels,
and your wife just won't shut up during the game and talks as quiet, and the husband won't shut up during the commercials. Let's be fair.
I don't know how it's kind of sprung up, but it's. It can happen anytime, actually.
So, in your business, you don't notice an uptick in arrest on that day? Any other particular? Whether it's DUI or
I really can't say that I have. No, not as much. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. What about St. Patrick's Day or Cinco de Mayo? I mean, you can say statistically, it's higher on those days too, but. There's kind of it's a waveform, and it kind of goes up and down the trend.
Is the holiday season busier for you guys?
People are really good around Christmas. People do their best not to get in trouble. So it's kind of quiet around Christmas because people are, they tend to stay a little more sober sometimes, and they want to look good around families. And
that's I guess that's sweet.
It just depends really on what's going on. If it's really hot. Sometimes summer heat brings out the worst in people.
Well, I know that because I grew up in Arizona. I lived in Tucson most of my life and then in Phoenix. And I know that the police activity goes way up when it's 120.
Really?
Yeah, and then
evening. I thought most people would stay inside where it's cool. Huh.
I don't know, but it does trend higher. People are arrested more for... DUIs and domestic violence type things when it's hotter.
Now, Rob, what about this? What about when it's a full moon? Do you see any tick then? I heard that, too. Don't laugh. I heard
No, and I also don't see any werewolves, Doug.
Easy.
Thank you, Robin. Oh, bravo. All right, so most people don't know because they hopefully in their lifetime won't need your services, but they get what they know about bail bondsmen from TV and Dog the Bounty Hunter and all that stuff. It's not like that, is it?
No, that's the Hollywood version of it. People like to really look into the reality show side of it and see the drama. And obviously people are arrested and there's some violent things that happen. But out here in Santa Clarita, it's really it's a little more mild. We've got a bedroom community out here, and small things happen. That people get arrested for. And so, we get involved in the community thing, and we try to help curb that and stop any recidivism and, help people get to the point of what's happening for them and their families and why they end up in jail. And we don't like to see people going back to jail, obviously. So we do our best to get involved with things that help people kind of make the right choices, so to say.
So, Robin, walk the listeners through what exactly happens. Let's just say they have a loved one and they get that dreaded phone call, I've been arrested, and they end up at your office. What happens then? Walk us through that. Well,
the good thing is that, we're close, so we can work really quickly. I think people, when they do need a bail bond, they need it, half an hour ago, an hour ago, because they get a lot of anxiety about their loved ones or friends being arrested, especially if it's never happened before. But they'll call us and they'd say, what do we need to do? And people really don't know. They haven't been in this situation. They don't believe that they'd ever need a bail bondsman. But it's our job to kind of keep things calm and walk people through the kind of step-by-step process. So they'd meet us there. There are forms to fill out, and when somebody signs for somebody that's been arrested, they take responsibility, financial responsibility, to make sure the person gets to court. I mean, that's really what a bail bondsman's, highest concern is, to make sure the person gets to each and every court date mandated by a judge. And so we make sure that people are good with that. They're fine. They're confident. And we have a really nice, comfortable office. They sit there. We have refreshments, and I think it makes people feel a little more at ease with the process. And once we handle that, which is really an administrative thing, we'll go go across the street, post the bond, and it takes about a half an hour. They'll come out and they'll do a little paperwork themselves, and they can go home.
Okay, now the exciting news, the exciting part, I guess. What happens if well, first of all, how many people actually skip bail? Do you run into that problem a lot?
It's kind of rare. It's fairly rare where someone will just, dye their hair, put on a mustache, change their license plate or whatever, get in a car and
drive to Canada.
Right. It's fairly rare, and it's, you got to think about it. I mean, in this world of connectivity and social media, it's pretty hard to get yourself off of the radar.
Great. So you do a lot of. Do you end up doing a lot of skip tracing and the whole dog to bounty hunter type stuff?
We leave that to the professionals, and we have good friends that do that. And these people are very stealthy. You would never know that was their job.
Oh, that's
so. Robin, when you hear on the news that somebody's being held for $100,000 bail, does that mean they have to come up with $10,000 to get out of jail?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And the reason that the judges set bail is so high is to make it a little harder for the people that have done that type of crime. This makes it a little harder. But people do. They do come up with the 10%.
So do you ever, when you look at a bail that's been set, do you ever think to yourself, wow, this is higher than usual? Or wow, this is really low?
Yeah, there's little, factors that play into that, and we do try to look under the layers and find out exactly what's going on with each person. I mean, each arrest is an organic kind of thing, and they're not exactly alike, each one. So we do definitely do some research and find out what's going on for the person, to find out why it's set so high or so low. That's another thing that plays into the daily aspect of what we do.
Yeah. Well, Robin, thanks for taking the time out of your day to help me set Doug straight on a couple issues.
Hey, I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate it. If anybody's got any problems, where can they contact you at?
Well, you can call me at my office at 661-299-2245. That's also 299-BAIL. Easy to remember.
Oh, 299-BAIL. I like that.
299-BAIL. And we're always available.
You can read Robin's column every week in the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classified. It's always interesting stuff.
Thanks a lot, Doug. Yeah, I enjoy that.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Robin. We'll talk to you soon.
You guys take care.
Okay, all right. Bye-bye. Thanks, Robin. All right. You're listening to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM 1220 KHTS. That's Santa Clarita's hometown station. We'll be right back.